Welcome to Statistics Made Simple, and I am Savita Valsang. In this video, Index Numbers Part 6, we'll find solutions to problems based on weighted aggregative index numbers. This is a very important topic where two subdivisions may be asked for 10 marks. Problem 9. Construct index numbers of price from the following data using Laspeyres, Pache's, Marshall-Edgeworth, Dobish-Bowley, and Fisher's method. In the first column, we have item A, B, C, D. Base year prices are 4, 10, 8, 4. The quantities for the base year are 16, 20, 28, 38. The prices for the current year are 8, 12, 10, 4, and the quantities for the current year are 12, 10, 20, and 26. Now the first step is to mark the price in the base year as P0, quantity in the base year as Q0, price in the current year as P1, and quantity in the current year as Q1, which I have done in pink color. To find the 5 index numbers, we first need to form a table with the columns as P0, Q0, P1, Q1, P1, Q0, and P0, Q1, which I have indicated under the solution. So P0, Q0 values are obtained by multiplying the P0 and Q0 values for each of the items, and then we find out the totals to get summation P0 Q0. Similarly, all the calculations are done for the remaining columns and their totals are found out. So P0 Q0 values are 64, 200, 224, 152. Summation P0 Q0 is equal to 640. P1 Q1 are 96, 120, 200, 104. Summation P1 Q1 is 520. P1 Q0 values are 128, 240, 280, 152, and summation P1 Q0 is equal to 800. P0 Q1 values are 48, 100, 160, 104, and summation P0 Q1 is equal to 412. So let's start with the first subdivision, that is Laspeyres price index number. So recollect that for all price index numbers, we start with summation P1 divided by summation P0. And for Laspeyres, the weights are Q0. So multiply the numerator and denominator by Q0. So you get P01 of L equal to summation P1 Q0 divided by summation P0 Q0 into 100, which is equal to 800 by 640 into 100. Or P01 of L is equal to 125. Second subdivision, Pache's price index number. Again start with summation P1 divided by summation P0, and the weights for Pache's are Q1. So multiply the numerator and denominator by Q1. Therefore P01 of P is equal to summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q1 into 100, which is equal to 520 divided by 412 into 100, or P01 of P is equal to 126.21. Third subdivision, Marshall-Edgeworth price index number. P01 of ME is equal to, so remember the formula as within the square bracket, first write Laspeyres without the 100, then put a plus in the numerator and put a plus in the denominator, then write Pache's without the 100, and outside the bracket it will be into 100. So P01 of ME is equal to summation P1 Q0 plus summation P1 Q1, the whole divided by summation P0 Q0 plus summation P0 Q1 into 100, which is equal to 800 plus 520 divided by 640 plus 412 into 100, which is equal to 1320 divided by 1052 into 100. Therefore, P01 of ME is equal to 125.48. Fourth subdivision, Dobish-Bowley price index number. So Dobbish-Bowley price index number is the arithmetic mean of last payers and Paget's price index numbers. So P01 of DB is equal to P01 of L plus P01 of P divided by 2, which is equal to 125 plus 126.21 divided by 2, or P01 of DB is equal to 125.61. Fifth subdivision, Fisher's price index number. It is the geometric mean of last payers and Paget's price index numbers and is given by P01 of F is equal to root of P01 of L into P01 of P, which is equal to root of 125 into 126.21, which is equal to root of 15,776.25, or P01 of F is equal to 125.60. Problem 10. Construct Laspeyres, Paget's, Marshall-Edgeworth, Dobbish-Bowley and Fisher's index numbers from the following data. Here I would like to mention again that whenever they use the words index numbers, it means it is price index numbers. In the table, in the first column, we have items as A, B, C, D, E, F. 2009 quantities are 20, 30, 50, 10, 10 and 5, and the values for 2009 are 400, 600, 200, 50, 100, 30. Similarly, the quantities for the year 2010 are 30, 25, 50, 20, 10, 8, and the values for 2010 are 450, 650, 300, 40, 150 and 40. Now, this problem is different and it is again very important from the examination point of view. So, we know that whenever the word value is used or the word expenditure is used for a commodity, value of a commodity is equal to the price into quantity, which I have highlighted in the pink colored box. So, now the first step is to mark the quantities in the base year 2009 as Q0 and the values for 2009 as V0, which is equal to P0 Q0. And similarly, for 2010, the quantities are marked as Q1 because 2010 is the current year, and the values for the current year 2010 are marked as V1 equal to P1 Q1. And now find out summation P0 Q0, which is there in the third column, and you get the total as 1380. Similarly, summation P1 Q1 is equal to 1630 as shown in the last column. Now for this particular problem, since the quantities and the values are given for the base year and for the current year, we first need to find out the prices for the base year and for the current year. So under solution, we first start with V0, which is equal to P0 Q0, which implies P0 is equal to V0 divided by Q0. Similarly, we know that V1 is equal to P1 Q1, which implies P1 is equal to V1 divided by Q1. This is a very important step. Please don't make a mistake over here. So let's form a table with 4 columns. The first column being P0 equal to V0 by Q0. We get the values as 20, 24, 5, 10 and 6, and P1 is equal to V1 divided by Q1 gives us the values 15, 26, 6, 2, 15 and 5. Now we need to find out 2 more columns, that is P1 Q0 and P0 Q0, and obtain their totals which we use for the calculation of the index numbers. So P1 Q0 values are 300, 780, 320, 150 and 25, and summation P1 Q0 is equal to 1575. Similarly, P0 Q1 values are 600, 500, 200, 100, 100 and 48, and summation P0 Q1 is equal to 1548. Starting with last year's price index number in the first subdivision, P01 of L is equal to summation P1 Q0 divided by summation P0 Q0 into 100, which is equal to 1575 divided by 1380 into 100. Therefore, P01 of L is equal to 114.13. Second subdivision, Paget's price index number P01 of P is equal to summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q1 into 100, which is equal to 1630 divided by 1548 into 100. So you get P01 of P is equal to 105.29. Third subdivision, Marshall-Edgeworth price index number P01 of ME is equal to summation P1 Q0 plus summation P1 Q1 whole divided by summation P0 Q0 plus summation P0 Q1 into 100, which is equal to 1575 plus 1630 divided by 1380 plus 1548 into 100, which is equal to 3205 divided by 2928 into 100, or P01 of ME is equal to 109.46. Fourth subdivision, Dobish-Bowley price index number P01 of DB is equal to P01 of L plus P01 of P divided by 2, which is equal to 114.13 plus 105.29 divided by 2, which is equal to 219.42 divided by 2, or P01 of DB is 109.71. Division, Fisher's price index number P01 of F is equal to root of P01 of L into P01 of P, which is equal to root of 114.13 into 105.29, which is equal to root 12,016.75, or P01 of F is equal to 109.62. Problem 11. Construct Laspeyres, Paget's, Marshall-Edgeworth, Dobish-Bowley and Fisher's index numbers. First column item A, B, C. The prices for the base year 2009 are 6.8, 4.3 and 8.5, and the values for the base year 2009 are 68, 51.6 and 42.5. The prices for the current year 2010 are 9.6, 8.3, 4.3, and the values for the current year 2010 are 86.4, 49.8 and 21.5. So this problem is similar to problem number 10, and again it is important. In this particular problem, the prices and values are given for the base year and the current year. So remember that the price of a commodity into the quantity of a commodity is nothing but the value of a commodity, or value is equal to price into quantity as shown in the pink colored box. So the prices for the base year 2009 are marked as P0. Values for 2009 are marked as V0 equal to P0 Q0, and the prices for 2010 are marked as P1, and the values for 2010 are V1 equal to P1 Q1. Then find out summation P0 Q0, which is 162.1, and similarly summation P1 Q1 is equal to 157.7. So for this problem, since the prices and the values for the base year and current year are given, we first need to find out the quantities for the base year and for the current year and do further calculations. So start the solution with V0 equal to P0 Q0, which implies that Q0 is equal to V0 divided by P0. Similarly, V1 is P1 Q1, or Q1 is equal to V1 divided by P1. So forming the columns, Q0 is equal to V0 by P0. We get the values as 10, 12 and 5. And for column Q1 equal to V1 divided by P1, we get the values as 9, 6, 5, and the columns P1 Q0 and P0 Q1 are formed. P1 Q0 has the values as 96, 99.6, 21.5, and summation P1 Q0 is equal to 217.1. Similarly, P0 Q1 has the values as 61.2, 25.8, and 42.5, and summation P0 Q1 is equal to 129.5. Sure, all of you are thorough with the formulae for the weighted aggregative price index numbers. So first subdivision, last payer's price index number P01 of L is equal to summation P1 Q0 divided by summation P0 Q0 into 100, which is equal to 217.1 divided by 162.1 into 100, or P01 of L is equal to 133.93. Second subdivision, Paget's price index number P01 of P is equal to summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q1 into 100, which is equal to 157.7 divided by 129.5 into 100, or P01 of P is equal to 121.78. Third subdivision, Marshall-Edgeworth price index number P01 of ME is equal to summation P1 Q0 plus summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q0 plus summation P0 Q1 into 100, which is equal to 217.1 plus 157.7 divided by 162.1 plus 129.5 into 100, which is equal to 374.8 divided by 291.6 into 100, or P01 of ME is equal to 128.53. Fourth subdivision, Dorbish-Bowley price index number P01 of DB is equal to P01 of L plus P01 of P divided by 2, or P01 of DB is equal to 133.93 plus 121.78 divided by 2, which is equal to 255.71 divided by 2, or P01 of DB is equal to 127.86. The sixth subdivision, Fisher's price index number P01 of F is equal to root of P01 of L into P01 of P, which gives us root of 133.93 into 121.78, which is equal to root of 16,309.99, or P01 of F is equal to 127.71. As mentioned earlier, the problems solved in this video are important. So keep practicing the problems. Thank you for watching, and in my next video, we'll find solutions to some more problems based on the weighted aggregative index numbers.